Happy New Year as we head on into 2024. Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and the first week of January 2024, not going to be all that bad. But by the first weekend of 2024, that's when it gets really interesting for a whole lot of us. We'll get to that in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at your temperatures on New Year's Day itself. You can see temperatures across the country, except for those of you down in Florida and extreme southern Texas. It's going to be very chilly across most of us here, and we're seeing high temperatures nowadays in the lower 40s. We're getting close to the coldest highs normals, if that makes sense to you, for the entire year. That would be the middle of January. So as we go through the next couple of days, temperature normal highs are going to slowly drop a little bit more, and then we'll start seeing them rebound. So when you look at something like this, we're going to see high temperatures in the Ohio Valley in the lower 40s, upper 30s, especially since we're going to be a little bit below normal, more likely in the upper 30s. And the rest of us here, you can see there, very, very cold temperatures. Now that's for Monday. Now as far as Wednesday is concerned, not much change. In fact, it even gets a little bit colder, those of you in the high plains. By Friday, not much change. Again, pretty chilly across most of the country with the exception of those of you down in South Florida and extreme southern Texas. But this is Friday. I also want to bring in Saturday. That's when it gets interesting around here. Temperatures, again, very, very chilly, a little bit warmer down in the state of Florida because now we're going to start seeing some warmer, moist air moving its way into this region. There's a couple of storm systems there, and with cold air in place, well, we could be looking at our first major winter storm of the season. Let's first talk about your Monday. Not much really going on. A few flurries there in the Ohio Valley and Pennsylvania and points up towards the northeast. Wednesday, well, we're starting to see a bit of energy now work its way into California. Good storm system along the Gulf Coast. Could see a little bit of severe weather there. That's going to head up into the southeast and the mid-Atlantic region, then head out into the Atlantic. So it's not going to bother a lot of us, but this is the energy that we're going to keep an eye on. By Friday, it moves into the central U.S. You can starting to see it. We're getting wound up there. There's going to be a lot of Gulf of Mexico moisture feeding this system, so it will intensify. Take a look what happens here on Saturday. It really kind of explodes. The interesting thing about this system is where exactly will the track be? The heaviest snow is generally somewhere around 50 to 100 miles north of the center of the system itself. You can see here there's going to be a lot of snow across the southern plains, the Great Lakes, Midwest, even the lower Ohio Valley, possibly even the Tennessee Valley. Again, it depends on where this system ends up. If it drifts a little bit further south, the Ohio Valley, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, Iowa, and on into Ohio and in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, the Appalachians, we could be looking at a lot of snow. If it drifts a little bit further north, well, that area of snow will move into central Illinois, northern Illinois, the Great Lakes, northern Indiana, northern Ohio, and then up into the northeast. So this is Saturday. There's a lot of going on here, a lot of dynamics. We'll see how it develops as we progress through the upcoming week. But right now, we could be looking at our first major winter storm of the season. I'll be back on Tuesday with another update. Until then, Happy New Year. I'm George, the Weather Dad.